Hello and welcome to Hibs Talk. I'm your host as always, Gavin. Joining me today is Dave.
Alright.
And Stephen.
Hello.
And joining us for the Astrius Tripolis game, I'm mastering it now just as we're finished playing them. Brilliant. Was Murray, which went up on Facebook Live, and we'll edit that into the splicing and all that sort of stuff to put that after some breaking news. As you just heard, return of the Mac. Dave, Neil Lennon said it's pretty much anything can happen in football, so he's trying not to say it's confirmed, but basically he's confirmed. You know, a lot of credible sources said online that it was happening. They've been proven right. McLaren's back. What's your thoughts?
The moon. I'm allowed to say, aye. It makes me a wee bit like, yeah. I mean,
a wee bit tingly.
Get a wee bit excited in the stair. You allowed to say that?
We can pass that.
Right. Okay.
Stephen,
I'm
are
excited.
you tingling?
I'm tingling. I never thought it was going to happen, to be fair.
Oh, I know you were very dismissive.
The last 2 weeks I've sat here and I've been like, nah, it's not happening. I think that there was far too much interest for clubs with a lot more money, but there was always a connection after last season.
Yeah.
You can't how happy he was when he left the club, and he says that he wanted to come back. He's over the last couple of days on Twitter and that he's been liking a lot of the comments for the Hibs fans saying come back and all that. It's good chat, and it's if it does cross the line, it's got to make a huge difference to our season.
Fantastic. I'm so buzzing. I'm absolutely delighted.
Tingling, Gav.
Tingling. Aye, absolutely buzzing.
Just like at night, I'm not getting sleep tonight.
I know.
We're through in Europe, and
Europe, so back to back.
Jamie MacLaren is hopefully back. This better not come back to bite us in the arse.
I know. I just like Stephen, you said 12 o'clock tomorrow. We need to get the registration done for the next leg. So
that's it.
Aye, so hopefully we can get that across the line and get them registered before, so we can play against Molde home next Thursday night.
Hopefully, I'm see him on Sunday against Motherwell.
I know, true. Actually, hopefully he's playing against Motherwell. Because Canberra and Boyle look knackered. So, but anyway, we'll preview the Motherwell game just in a second. Well, for us it'll be a second, but for you guys it'll be about 15 minutes. Because first you're going to hear us reviewing Astrius Tripolis. So we'll be back after that. That's why they call me Slim. Let's start with the defending. Seven consecutive games without a clean sheet. What do we need to do to get a clean sheet?
Get a new defence.
So what's the problem, Dave? What are you thinking?
Just a lapse of concentration, I think, because obviously Hanlon's experienced, McGregor's experienced. I just don't know what happened. Obviously, you talk about the goal in a bit, but we kept inviting pressure. The ball kept coming over the top.
But there was even chances like where they split passes between Stevenson and Hanlon, two players we credit quite a lot. I suppose they've just both had testimonials. So I mean, they were found wanting with some defending as well. Not the best thing to get started off on a negative after such a fantastic night, but yeah.
To be fair, it start with a negative end with a positive, so yeah, that's why I look it up.
So before we go into the bit by bit of the match, what's our thoughts then? That's 2 European ties we've got through now. It's the first time since, what was it, 1973?
Yeah.
The last time we've done that. 1973, the last time we got through 2 European ties. So what's everybody's thoughts on Neil Lennon and the team's job?
Bearing in mind how actually, we ground out the result. You know, that team were better than us in the second half. There's no getting away for that. So to come away for that stadium with that team shit hot at home, that's a really big result in my eyes. You know, could have been a bit more convincing, but it doesn't matter as long as we win in the end of the day. You know.
Yeah, I said that today at work. I don't give a shit if we go there and then we win and it's something that happens the last minute gets us through, or just as long as we get through. And that was the mentality that we went in with. So worked.
Yeah. We've got Scott Turner on Facebook Live saying he feels that Effie Ambrose is the weak link at the moment. So I think the Thieves sort of all voiced that during the game when we were watching it, that he seems to be found wanting. That's twice I've used that phrase, but it's quite appropriate when talking about Effie.
The thing that annoys me though is that it's not just Effie. It's like what David said straight for the start. It's lapses in concentration, but a lapse in concentration is maybe once every 3-4 games, whatever. The fact is that we've had about 3 or 4 lapses of concentration in the last 3 or 4 games. It's like we were hopeless away, like in terms of defending away to Runovic. We were past the day. Like it's stupid wee things, and like I mean their first goal, where like I mean the boy had about 15-20 yards of space after he took it around Ambrose. Like there should have been somebody behind him. And it's fair enough to point the finger at Ambrose because he shouldn't have been that far up the park, shouldn't have dived in for the tackle and missed it. It's the fact that there's nobody there to cover, and if we're saying that Ambrose is a weak link, then the players that play with him week in, week out should realise that.
Do we think he's a bit of a scapegoat though?
He's 100% a
Yeah,
scapegoat.
To be honest, I mean,
could be.
how many times, and this goes for all Scottish football, it seems that if a mistake's made, chances are it's if it's Effie that's made it, it just gets blown up like 10 times more than what I would have done if it was McGregor who made a mistake, or if it was Stevenson.
But I think
or,
he's
or
brought that on
anything,
himself with the types of mistakes
But
he's
yeah,
made.
completely.
But yeah. Anyway, let's get into the game and go through it bit by bit, because it was quite I thought, you know, in the first half I might not have a lot to write about, but yeah, it was quite an eventful game. So first note I've got down here was I know this stuff happened for us, but Mallon's free kick, it was nothing that really tested the goalkeeper, but you know, still you can see the swerve that he put in the ball, see how much of a danger he is from free kicks. Boyle won the corner. A couple of you guys said maybe should have hit it first time.
It was just when Slivka played the ball at the top, I
Right.
felt straight away I was like, hit that.
Super volley.
Super volley.
Ah.
if I shout super volley for a volley, it always goes in. 9 times out of 10. If it doesn't go in, I've made myself a tip. Everybody at least laughs because if I can be like, I was only mucking about. Super volley, top tip.
I say that the first, like when I first seen it, I thought there was no danger he could have hit that first time. I didn't think it was on his right side or anything like that. But
Right.
after viewing it a couple of times, he could have probably took it first time. But
So we'll get on to Bogdan's second half performance, but is it fair to say the first half he didn't look comfortable, as well as their goalkeeper? Both goalkeepers I felt didn't look...
Or did they not look comfortable because we all had in our heads that like we would expect him to be uncomfy?
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So were we looking at everything going shaky, because I was shiting myself the whole first half because of him, and then obviously no.
And then next note I've got here is Stevenson's injury. Did we all fear the worst? Did we think that Steven might be out for a long time?
I thought he was. I thought he was finished. Just the fact that no one was round him. You know, it didn't even look like the ball coming over. I thought maybe he took a bad touch or something like that, and it's. I don't know, but when I seen him going down, I thought well, he's finished. He's out. He's done.
What was it you thought it was? That Zlatan done?
Well, he hyperextended his leg. Obviously, the way Zlatan done it was obviously much worse. But
Yes.
when your kneecap goes back away, basically depends the way it's no meant to bend. And when you watched it in slow mo, straight away you kind of go like that's it. Then he should have been like off. Like anybody else would, but he's an absolute tank.
He is.
Yeah, I mean,
and he kept on going, and then 39th minute the Asturias Tripolis. I'm going to get better at saying that as we go on. They had a chance, but it was ruled as offside. And then 41st minute, player loses Effie and they hit the bar. We've already spoken about the defending, but I mean, it's worrying how many times for set pieces they lost their man. And that's something that we need to address going into the season.
And that wasn't just Effie though. Hanlon lost his man so many times at corners. Like the boy just literally walked behind him. This is the whole thing about making Ambrose
that was
a
the
statement.
that was a second ball. So it was like we switched off for the second ball because the boy flicked on the front post. That was the diving.
Aye, that was later
Gavin
on.
Company, but
That was later on. But I mean, there was times before that though. Pretty much every corner, every single defender was losing their man. Every attacker was losing the defender. There was just nothing there.
And then Slivka had already been booked. Should he have walked just after that?
I think so.
Should he have got a second yellow card?
You can see why they wanted it. I would have probably wanted it, if I'm being honest. But the irony of that boy then getting booked for that isn't he lost?
Yeah. And then just after that, a bit of high pressure from Canberry and McGinn. And then they lose the ball. Canberry picks it up. Stephen Kamberi was quite composed when he was running at the defenders.
Yeah, 100%. He showed it all game. There was so many times that he was beating defenders, and he was holding up the ball fantastic the whole game. The pass that he played to McGinn, which obviously led on to the goal, like it was doing that all game for Boyle.
Yeah.
I just think that this season it's got to make a huge difference, but you need another striker up there.
Murray, thoughts on McGinn's finish?
Well, obviously I was delighted that it was a goal. You know, I mean, it was a real good tidy finish. I know Dave sort of spoke about the bit that the goalkeeping was a wee bit poor, but having seen it a few times, I thought it was a power that took it through. You know, there was no dip or swerve on or anything like that in the shot. He's just laced it, and I thought, I mean, you can argue and say that the keeper maybe was a bit poor, but speaking as a goalkeeper myself, if you're in that sort of situation where you're potentially one-on-one with a player and they just rifle the ball past you, you've got no even a split second to move. You know, I wouldn't see it as poor goalkeeping. Actually, I think it's just a great finish.
Aye. Dave, your thoughts on the goalkeeping? Because I know you mentioned it and you like to talk about it.
I would expect
Could you have done better? If
it was a good strike, but I'd expect my keeper to do
save
better
it.
than that, because it was a wee bit more central than it looked in the replays, and I don't know. I don't think their goalkeeper looked that convincing either, to be fair.
Aye. So second half gets underway, and first thing of note, Bogdan makes a good save, first of many in the second half, and then the ball kind of goes back out to the left back area. Why? He's already on a booking. Why does he go in for that slide challenge when I think it's Hanlon clears it?
Yeah, it was Hanlon.
His head's probably like up his arse, because he's obviously went clean through 1-on-1. He's had a chance to bring them back into the tie. He's missed, and he'll have felt the pressure for the fans in that point and went, I've got to make up for this. And he's darted it straight away and made the whole situation even worse. He has had an absolute nightmare 20 seconds.
Aye. And then so I mean, things are starting to look rosy. We're 1-0 up. They're down to 10 men. Things looking great. And then Effie, what are you doing, Effie? What was Effie doing when he was coming up so high, and then what was he doing?
Concerning that the boy turned him about 25 yards out, and then there was just space. I'm convinced that when he turned Effie and he turned into that space, he must have been like, where is everybody? Like, there's a fire alarm that went off. Like, it was just that open. Obviously,
I think Malin was the deepest player after that.
Aye, it was like we'd all been pulled over to one side, and that's what I mean. It's just like wee concentration things.
That's the thing, though. We were far too far up the pitch in that moment. And that, I mean, when Effie got turned, the boy's Christmases all came at once. Can't I mean, because he's just literally turned Effie, which, I mean, you can argue and say is an easy thing to do, but
one each with Rangers, but Gav told me if it was like live score.
Aye.
So, go!
Oh, that is going to be fun to edit later on. Thanks, Dave. Just look at the big massive blip that just came up in the edit. So that's, I don't know how you pronounce them, but that team's got one back. Hopefully get another one.
Aye.
Oh, sorry, are we meant to all cheer on Scottish teams doing well? I don't know. Anyway, back to the Hibs.
I'll cheer on Aberdeen, because I want Aberdeen to beat Burnley, because then it just shuts a lot of people up about the Scottish
English
game.
Football, yeah. So we'll be lucky not to concede a penalty. I'm trying to keep my opinions here, but if you disagree with me, then I'm going to come in and say anything. So handball should have been a penalty. 58th minute.
Nope.
Stephen?
Nope.
Nah.
Good stuff. You're all on the right page, right? No penalty. Moving on. Another good save from Bogdan. The shot from the right, put out for a corner, and then and then he makes a save from the corner. I think gets headed down and kind of gets hit towards him, and then after the save's made, Dave, you came out with the quote with Liverpool will want him back after that save.
I'm telling you, the ball was almost behind him.
Yeah.
Like, it was only
And
one
not
of
only
the
did he
good
save
saves he
it,
made.
but he curved it away.
Curved it right out. No, it was a great save.
Fantastic save.
Put it this way, if that's David De Gea, Courtois, doing south, they're talking about that save for weeks.
Aye. Yeah.
Because Premier League's the best league in the world. Apparently. I say that very loosely.
Next up, Boyle pressing the defenders. Fouled the defender, unfortunately. Did put the ball in the back of the net, but whistle had gone. So Stephen, starting with you, what was your thoughts on their tactics? Because they picked up another booking after that. I didn't get a note of how many bookings in total, but what was your thoughts on their how many challenges they were throwing themselves in for, especially after they went down to 10 men?
I think that personally, if I was the coach, I would be quite happy with the way they were playing. They were 1-0 down. They were at 1-0. They needed an extra goal to qualify. They were going hell for leather, and they were doing the right thing. Fair enough, there was a lot of rough challenges, but I would expect the same from my team if it was going to put us out. Like, you might as well just like go for it, and that's what they done. Can't fault them.
Yeah. And then they had another corner. They missed wide. It was a really nice flick on. Boy went in for the diving header and put it just wide. Another scary moment for set pieces. Something we really need to look at coming into this season.
That was the bit I was talking about. We didn't pick up. So we missed the first header and then completely lost that big number 17 fairy boy for the second. And I don't know how he missed.
Yeah.
Thankfully he did miss, but what a chance that was.
And then where am I? Losing my things. So next up I've got again another penalty claim from Astrius Tripolis. The boy's running in and the goalkeeper takes a touch to go wide round the goalkeeper. Does he throw himself down, or is there contact?
There was contact.
There was contact, but he's initiated it.
Right, so it's not a penalty then.
No, there's no danger. If that was given as a penalty, there would have been uproar tonight, because there's no danger that is a penalty. You actually see the way that the boy's running in on goal. He's moving to Bogdan's left hand side. He's flicked the ball round him, and as soon as he's seen Bogdan gone down, he's just left his leg in.
Aye.
Get what I mean? And didn't get me wrong, as a striker, you're going to do that.
To try and
say to the referee, well, there was contact there. Yeah, I mean, you can argue and say that there's contact in the box, it should have been a penalty. But then this is the big grey area for me.
Yeah. Oh, what's happening, Dave? Was an update from, I'm guessing, Turf Moor?
Wait, no, betting suspended. Rangers in possession.
Did I get excited? We thought Rangers were ready to concede there.
It was dangerous attack, then the betting just suspended.
Because that would be them going out on away goals. Anyway, back to this. So, McGregor went off then and Whittaker came on. Changing tactics for the last few bits of the game. We'll not mention anything about Whittaker. We'll not be too harsh on him.
To be fair, done well.
He did
it right. Cleared the ball well.
Just quick note. Back-to-back foul throws. In the professional game, a European game and back-to-back foul throws. Crazy.
Pretty poor.
Absolutely crazy. And then McGinn played it to Flo. Good footwork from Flo, but good defending as well when they sort of
I thought it was, because I mean, you seen it when McGinn played the ball and he took a good first touch. There was a wee step over there and he's just tried to shift it onto his left foot. And to be fair, if the boy's not committing himself to the tackle, I'm not going to say it's got to go in, but you know, it could have been a goal. But the fact that the guy's put his body on the line for the team, it's good defending in my eyes, you know.
Full time at Ibrox.
And then we had Slivka earlier on, potential second booking. We had an incident where they had a player that was booked and went in for a slight challenge, again in the left back area, up on the other side though. Same side? It doesn't matter. Anyway, but yeah, that potentially could have been a second yellow for that player.
It was only one red card,
men.
to be fair.
I know, it was that kind of game. And then we had the free kick. I think McGinn floated it in straight in the goalkeeper's arms. Yeah. Pretty much nothing, free kick. And then Bogdan saved again. This is the one I was talking about earlier on. A real defence splitting pass between Hanlon and Stevenson. And then again a quote for Dave here. You said it was Schmeichel-esque. Aye.
You're just writing down everything I was saying.
Aye. You come in with good quotes. What can I say?
It was the way he spread himself when you watch like Premier League years and that for back in the day. He could come out and spread himself pretty decent.
Or people that are maybe just a bit older actually remember that.
Yeah, I am getting on a wee bit.
To be fair, what Schmeichel were you talking about?
That's true, they're both quite good at it. They're very similar.
Yeah.
They are very similar.
Talking about Peter, but
could have been Casper though.
Yeah.
So this is a question. I think it was one of you mentioned it, so I thought I'd write it down and sort of bring it up to discuss. At this point, you know, it's 1-1. We're trying to see out the game. Did we try and slow down the tempo enough? You know, do you think of it? I mean, I don't want to keep on coming back to McGeoch, but if we had McGeoch type of player to maybe take the ball, take a couple of touches,
I have to
get out to the wing
I
back,
have to
slow
say,
it down.
my opinion of the matter is, and we had said this when Slivka got booked and we went 1-0 up, taking Slivka off and bringing Bartley on, because Bartley, for all that, he's getting on a bit, but Bartley's one of these players that he'll sit in front of a back three or a back four, and he's made, games go by where he's just made for tackling, and I think that game tonight would have been great for him. But I think he's a really calming influence as well, especially when if he makes a tackle, he is just, you see him telling people before, just getting calm it down, So I think that sub could have been made a wee bit earlier.
Stephen, your thoughts on whether we should have maybe slowed down the tempo a bit?
I'm pretty sure that quote was for you, Gav, not any else.
Oh, was it me?
But aye, we never slowed it down enough. But at the same time, with the amount of times that they were coming at us, if we had slowed it down, all it would have taken, especially with the way that our defence was playing as well, would have been for one of their attackers to nick the ball off our defender or a midfielder, and then they probably would have scored, because they were just splitting the defence time and time again. I think there was like 5 or 6 times in the second half that had done it, and it was that kind of game where I think if we never kept going and then we conceded on a break, then that would have been it. There was no way of us getting back into the game.
Well, the change Money mentioned there did happen after that. Slivka went off and Bartley came on. And then this was, we had this thing about, you shouldn't really make a change just before a corner. And then the commentator said exactly what we just said. But and then David Gray was ruled to have knocked it just wide. Did he really though? Should it have been a goal kick?
It was a goal kick.
Aye. Anyway, and then another ball over the top. Dave, you were quite worried about you were getting quite annoyed how many times they were getting us over the top.
Just kept seeming to dink errors, and
So do you think we're playing too
what-
high a line considering the situation for the game?
yeah, I think we were trying to keep the game quite compact.
Right.
Just keep it scrappy, because if they got they were quite good at wee 1-2s, wee flicks, and I've seen it a couple of times. So keeping it compact was stopping that out.
Mm-hmm.
But I was giving them a boy at the top, and it was too easy.
And then Canberra high pressure again, waited on Boyle, and Boyle on the corner. Anybody critical of Boyle? Should he maybe have done better? You're all quite happy with
Dead on his feet.
He was dead
Aye.
on his feet though. I think maybe at the start of the game, maybe that would have been
running in a bit closer to the keeper.
running in
but
a bit closer to the keeper, and I think that the composure would have been there.
yeah.
That getting a corner there was like, do you know what I mean, that killed a good 2 minutes of that
Yeah.
stoppage time, because we've got a couple
Yeah,
of
because
corners. for that.
Canberra, I've got here Canberra and McGinn winning multiple corners back to back. It was really well played for the two of them, really sensible. Another couple of times Canberra run at the corner, really sensible centre forward play. So going through Bogdan, what's everyone's thoughts on his performance today?
I'm going to go 9.
9.
9.
And why?
Man of the match.
Right. Murray?
I'll give him an 8.
An 8.
Aye.
Stephen?
I'd say an 8 based on his second half.
Right, 8 in the second half. Okay. McGregor, what was your thoughts on McGregor?
I thought he was outstanding in the first half.
Aye.
I mean, I think the tempo of the game, maybe you could argue the climate as well, maybe caught up with him a wee bit, because I think he was looking a wee bit laggy, to be honest. But I thought he was outstanding. He was winning every header in the air. If I were to give him a number, I'd go a long way as well, to be honest. I thought he was outstanding.
Effie? Oh, sorry, Dave. I know you guys. Sorry. Just quickly, McGregor.
7.
I'm so happy with 7.
Right. Dave, do you want to talk about Effie?
Probably give him he was probably our shakiest player.
Aye.
Yep. So I'll go a 6 for Effie.
6.
The way he gets turned in that was just not good
quickly,
enough.
number
5.
5.
6.
6. Okay. We'll go through just numbers for these sort of players. Hanlon.
7.
7. Oh.
7.
7.
Okay. David Gray.
8.
8. Stevenson.
8.
I won't give him like a 10 just for continuing to play. After that.
Yeah. I'll go 8.
McGinn.
9.
9.
I thought 9. McGinn was
Aye.
fantastic the whole
Yeah.
game.
Goal. Scott obviously got the goal. A couple of chances, burst forward. Yeah, great performance. Malin. What was everybody's thoughts on Malin?
7.
7 quite
I'll go with that as well. I'd give him
Aye.
a 7.
Yeah. Any reason, Stephen, why you going 7 and not?
I just think that he wasn't that involved in the game, like compared to how he normally is. He
He
was
kind of broke up. He was a
He
bit,
done a bit more
break
of
up.
a bit of
Aye.
work the day.
It was
and
a
so
different
he
kind of game for him, I
It
think.
was,
though.
but
Do you know what I mean?
I think he's still done alright considering. Slivka of the day,
8.
8.
Yeah, I thought Slavko was
Aye,
really
I'll
good
give him
as
an
well.
8 as well.
Boyle for before
6.
6,
7.
7.
We'll go a 7. It's
7.
He's a wee bit ineffective up front, isn't he?
Aye, I think he's better at wide. Kimberry,
9.
9.
9. Dave?
Yeah, I'd go an 8.
An 8. Okay.
Aye.
Some good ratings there then. Okay, so quickly before we finish up, and we'll finish up here, and then the podcast tonight will have the Motherwell review as well, and that which we're just about to record. But what was everybody's thoughts on? What's everybody's thoughts on Mulder? I don't know how you pronounce it. I have to. A new one I have to learn to pronounce.
actually got that right.
You've
Mulder?
got that right. You've
Oh,
got
wow.
that right.
There you go, first time. So yeah, what's everyone's thoughts on Mulder?
I'll not be straightforward, but we could have got tougher ties.
Right? How you feeling about it?
It's a winnable game.
Right?
It's a definitely winnable game.
I think we're going to need a good result at home.
Yeah. I think we're going to need at least 2 new players before
Mhm.
the
I
game.
think we need 2 new players before Sunday.
100%.
Yeah, and I'm not including the Manchester City winger. I think we need a defender and we need MacLaren. So
I think
No
we could,
need
I think
names
we,
of that, you know?
I think
No.
we could see Porteous coming in on Sunday.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
because I think a lot of other players will be dead in their legs.
Nah,
Yeah,
definitely maybe a wee start for Swanson or something on Sunday.
hopefully
I can see
like
that
Swanson.
happening. I like
Aye.
Swanson as
I
well.
like Danny.
Aye.
Get Scott Martin in from again.
So we've got a couple of messages here. Somebody saying Bogdan's all right now. We had Keith saying hi from North Carolina as well. Quite a bit away. Somebody saying about the one of the penalty shouts, never a penalty. So yeah. So thanks guys for watching on Facebook Live. This video will stay up. So you can go back to the start if you have tuned in a bit later on. And watch out for the podcast going up tonight, which will have our review of the Motherwell game as well. Okay, thanks folks.
Hi guys.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
So the league campaign returns. It feels like we've had Hibs back for a while because, European adventures, which has been great. But back to the league business, hopefully trying to qualify for Europe again. Monday night, I think we're going to do our league predictions where we think Hibs are going to finish, as well as everyone else in the league, and where we think everyone's going to the best business and all that sort of stuff, which we've been getting some people's opinions on already. But anyway, we've got Motherwell on Sunday to kick off at home. How are you feeling about the game? How are you feeling about having Hibs back in the league campaign back and the week-to-week football back? Dave?
Aye, well, it's what you've been looking forward to in it since the World Cup's finished. So your bread and butter, but they've all been knackered, so we'll probably need to cut them a wee bit of slack, and just go along and enjoy ourselves. And hopefully they come back with a buzz as well, and then maybe get to see some new faces.
Stephen?
No, I completely agree. It's got to be nice to have the weekly routine again. The buzz of the World Cup's over now, and we've obviously had the European ties on the Thursday nights, but every weekend's a Hibs weekend, eh?
Aye. Brilliant. Okay, so Motherwell, we'll come back to Hibs in a second, but Motherwell first. They've done a bit of business this summer. Finished 7th last season, but as well as that, they got to the 2 cup finals, so I think we can't take them lightly. They've brought in Aaron Taylor Sinclair. I think it's a good bit of business. The left back who was at Partick Thistle before.
Was he not at Falkirk as well?
Might have
that.
been. I might have moved
Maybe I'm
from there.
thinking of someone else.
But yeah, he went down south. It's done right down south, but I think Motherwell have had a lot of left backs and they've had kind of extended Hamill playing longer than he probably should have. So I think this is a good long term replacement. Brought on some other players which I don't really recognise: Danny Johnson, Mark Gillespie, Liam Donnelly, Alex Rodriguez Gorin, midfielder from Sepsi. There you go. And obviously the one everyone will know is Connor Salmon on loan from Hearts. So how are we feeling about Motherwell this season? I mean, we'll talk about this more on Monday night, but how are we feeling, or Sunday night depending on what we'll get up to, but how are we feeling about Motherwell?
If they're playing Salmon up front, then they're not going to score goals.
Well, they'll have Curtis Main as well, so they may
They're just
go,
a big physical team. So
because that's I mean, there's not a lot of pacer, but that is a big physical strike force.
Well, they were physical last season.
Yeah.
That's basically, they were probably the most physical team in the league. And that wasn't just against us, that was against quite a few teams. You Curtis Main throws his cell about, and that keeper is quite a big boy too. So I don't expect to see anything different other than physical and quite hard to beat. They will get beat off teams that are better than them, but I think they'll pick up points against teams that kind of try and like go into just a battle with them. 'Cause that's what they want, every team to go into a battle and just forget how to play football.
Yeah.
Bring them down to their level.
I think they'll have a good season. I think they've got a lot of players that, you know, round about the sort of 23, 24 age who will be a year older now, year more experienced. Like that centre back they've got from the Ivory Coast, I can't remember his name, but very good defender who, you know, has had a year experience in the league now, and I think will be really good defender. Their defender Dunn has got a long term injury. From what I've seen of him anyway, Motherwell fans might tell you differently. I think that's a blessing in disguise because he looked honking, so he won't be playing at the weekend. But anyway, on to Hibs. How are we feeling? You know, they've said about the players being tired. How many changes are we anticipating, if any?
My biggest concern going into the Motherwell games, our defence now, and with Curtis Main and Salmon up front, like set pieces are going to be a real big issue for us, I think.
Well, not really that big. You just see Connor Salmon when they score.
No, I never says he'd score. I says that it'd be in and about the defence. So
yeah, no, they will be because you seen that team the night with set pieces. As soon as the teams are a bit physical, we do seem to be getting shoved off it a wee bit easy. But
so I mean, we'll not go through the whole team ins and outs, but back three wise, what would you go for? Would you play FA or would you drop FA? Would you keep McGregor? Would you bring in Porteous for somebody?
I'd be bringing in Porteous for McGregor personally.
Did you touch on why McGregor went off?
I don't know. I don't know if he was injured. I've not heard anything.
Because a bit of a strange one, because you would have thought, because he
If
was saying a
he's-
bit more a
aye.
solid game than FA, you would have probably brought FA off and then went Porteous into the back, or like rather than McGregor off and then Whittaker coming out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think I think McGregor came off because it's change of formation because we wanted to Whittaker into midfield and got a back four with the five in front. If we'd kept him on, then we'd still have three centre backs. We wanted to take one centre back off. And I think it was him. I think with him going off, I mean, it was only 15 minutes. You spoke about him having a physical presence. Surely he is somebody that should play against them.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time though, if we are talking about MacLaren coming back, you got to be going back to a 4-4-2 now that Gray's getting the game time as well. Because you can't.
Not necessarily.
I would be putting Boyle back on the right wing and having MacLaren flow up front, and then you've got Gray. Because I mean, we need Gray in the team.
Gray might need a rest because he had a lot of time out, and then he's just played a solid 45 minutes at home.
And Boyle
and
knackered
a
as well,
big night
so
tonight.
it might be a case of one plays 45 and another plays 45, or 60 and 30 or something.
Does Agupong, does anybody know if he's left or right sided? Because
left winger. I
right.
don't know if he's right or left footed though, but I think he prefers to play on the left.
Yep.
But I don't think he'll be playing left wing back. So I mean, he's maybe somebody with pace to come off the bench. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if he could get a game. You're right. You could maybe go, maybe Canberry. I mean, he had that knock and he was playing through a knock tonight. Maybe he's not fit enough, and maybe Shaw or MacLaren starts on Sunday with Boyle and this new Manchester City winger on the left, and go for
There's a
3-3
few
or
options
something.
because Swanson
So, yeah,
can start there.
It's good to have options again. So.
Well, that was why I was thinking, like, if he's left or right sided, because Swanson's obviously left.
Swanson as well, yeah. Swanson can play on the left. He can also play on the right though.
I think
number 10. So.
It just really depends on how players come out of the night. Because I mean, fair enough. Stevenson still played the 90 minutes, but who's to say that he doesn't wake up the morning and it's like killing him? Eh?
True.
Because it was a close thing. Like,
yeah, and I mean the fact is we've got a huge game next Thursday. Huge game. With it being at home first, so we want to keep players fit for that as well. I mean, yes, you want to get your league campaign off to a good start, but you've got 37 games to recover that, the Molde game comes and goes. I mean, this is massive. If we can get through this, then it's such a cash grab. You know, we're guaranteed to play
But then you've
a
got
good sized team in the playoffs.
But you've got players like McGinn who'll play every single minute, every single game, regardless.
Yeah.
So I mean, you've got players in there that'll still play. Hanlon as well. Hanlon will want to stop.
Hanlon will play on
But
Sunday. No
I
doubt
mean,
about
with Bogdan's European run, would I maybe give Laidlaw a start
No.
just to see what it doing? I probably would.
I don't want to be harsh on Laidlaw, but from what I seen of him when he did play last season, he was good in the Championship, but last season when he did play, I wasn't convinced. I think Championship's his level.
I say Bogdan won't be tired. Bogdan will be buzzing though after
Yeah.
that wee bit of
Yeah,
confidence.
yeah.
Stick him straight back in.
Yep.
See if he can get a clean sheet and then go into the Molde game hopefully even more confident.
Yeah. Okay, so predictions for the game then. What we're thinking for the score?
I think it'll be close like last season's opener. Probably 2-1 Hibs.
2-1 Hibs. Dave?
Yeah, I'll go 2-1 Hibs as well.
Oh, we're all
It'll
going
be
the same. A
boring.
hat trick of 2-1 Hibs.
So you going 2-1?
Yeah.
It could quite easily be a draw. You know what I mean? If it's just
Yeah.
but
There goes Bogdan's clean sheet.
how can you not draw now? Like
You just say it's 2-1. You say your prediction is 2-1.
hi, but I said he could get a clean sheet. That's belly.
could get a clean sheet, but he wants 2-1.
Right, okay, it's Connor Salmon's not going to score. Who do you think's the worries for Saturday?
I say
Connor Salmon up front with Curtis May.
He will be a worry up
Okay,
front.
Stephen.
He will be a worry up front. Never says he'll score, but he'll make a big difference in the defence when it comes to set pieces.
Brilliant. Okay. Right. So that's us went through MacLaren return, which is fantastic. The Astros Tripolis game and the Motherwell game. We will be back, and we'll probably either record Sunday night or Monday night. We'll have a look at that. Probably depending on how many pints we have on Sunday. And we will do a review of the Motherwell game, and we'll also go through our predictions for the season and best signings, worst signings, and all that sort of stuff. And if there's any signings that were missed out, then honestly it's because we're away to record this just now. So yeah, but that'll be in the next podcast. So thanks for listening, folks, and get us on all the social medias, all that at HFC Talk. Make sure you subscribe, all that stuff. So thanks for coming along, Dave.
Right, no worries, mate.
And Stephen.
Cheers.
Thanks, folks.